The gentle groom. My name is Zara. I am 23 years old from a small town where everyone knows each other. I have always been a quiet, simple girl. I like reading, walking in the garden, and dreaming about love. My parents had been talking about marriage for a while. They wanted me to get married soon. At first, I was happy. I imagined love, warmth, and a kind husband. But then, I felt nervous too. I did not know what my first night would be like. I had heard stories from friends, cousins, and even strangers. Some said it would be magical. Some said it would be painful. Some cried. Some laughed. I did not know what would happen to me. Finally, my wedding day came. I woke up early, my heart beat fast. My room was full of flowers, colors, and perfumes. My mother helped me wear my dress. It was soft, white, with light pink flowers. She looked at me and smiled, but I could see tears in her eyes. "Zara, be happy," she said, holding my hands. I nodded. My hands shook. I tried to smile, but I felt small and nervous. I had so many questions in my mind. I wanted to ask them all, but I could not speak. The wedding ceremony passed in a blur. People laughed, cried, and clapped. I smiled and followed my parents' instructions. Everything felt like a dream. Finally, it was time to leave my parents' house. My heart felt heavy. I hugged my mother and father. I whispered a quiet goodbye and got into the car. My new life was waiting. I looked outside the window as my town disappeared. I felt strange, unsure, and small. When we reached my husband's house, everyone welcomed me warmly. His parents hugged me. His sisters smiled. Cousins waved at me. But I could not relax. I smiled politely, but my heart was tense. My hands were cold. My lips were dry. I kept imagining what my first night would be like. I wondered if it would be scary, painful, or awkward. I felt fear and hope together. After the guests left, the lights were dimmed, and my husband gently led me to our room. The bed was decorated with soft flowers. The air smelled sweet, like perfume and roses. I sat quietly on the edge of the bed, my heart racing, my eyes lowered. My hands rested on my lap, but I could feel them shaking. I could not think clearly. I was nervous. A few minutes later, the door opened slowly. I did not look up, but I knew it was him. My husband, the man I had married only hours ago. He walked in slowly and closed the door. My heart raced faster. I held my breath. He did not rush. He did not force anything. He sat beside me on the bed, but he left space between us. There was a moment of silence. Then he whispered softly, "Zara, I know this is not easy. I will not force anything. I just want to talk first." His voice was calm and gentle, like a warm blanket on a cold night. Slowly, I turned my head and looked at him. He smiled nervously, not like a man ready to claim his bride, but like a boy who did not want to scare a small bird. That strange smile gave me peace. It made me feel safe. He offered me a glass of water. When I took it, our fingers touched slightly. That small touch sent a little spark through me. I did not expect it. My cheeks became warm. I lowered my eyes quickly. He chuckled softly. "Do not be shy. I am not going to eat you," he said. I smiled quietly. That small moment broke the wall between us. He started talking about little things. He told me how nervous he was before entering the room. He said he tripped while getting ready and almost spilled water on his clothes. He laughed quietly, and I laughed too. I never thought men could feel shy or afraid. His honesty made me relax. We talked about small things, favorite foods, childhood memories, and little embarrassing moments. I felt calm. My fear began to melt slowly. After a while, there was silence again. He looked into my eyes and asked softly, "Can I hold your hand?" I nodded slowly. He took my hand gently. His hand was warm, strong, and soft at the same time. He held my hand like it was precious. I felt special, cared for, and safe. My heart beat faster, but not with fear. It felt sweet and new. He moved his thumb gently on the back of my hand. That small movement felt personal, intimate, and comforting. Then he leaned slightly closer. "I will not do anything unless you are ready," he said softly. "I want you to feel safe with me. I do not want you to be scared." I felt tears in my eyes. I did not know why. Maybe it was relief. Maybe it was love. Maybe it was because I imagined so many bad things. And here he was, being kind, patient, and gentle. He wiped my tears softly with his fingers. That touch made me close my eyes. It was not about desire. It was about care, understanding, and love. Slowly, he leaned and placed a soft kiss on my forehead. I could feel his warm breath on my skin. That kiss was not about the body. It was about the soul. He whispered, "Zara, we have our whole life. Let tonight be the start of love, not pressure." I rested my head on his chest. I could hear his heartbeat, strong and steady. It made me feel safe. We did not rush. We did not force anything. But that night, I felt more love than I had ever imagined. Every small touch, every whisper, every gentle movement made me feel closer to him. My skin became sensitive to his touch. Every breath felt deeper. He held me in his arms, kissed my hair, and rubbed my arms slowly. When he finally leaned closer to kiss my lips, I did not move away. I let it happen because I trusted him. It was awkward at first, slow and new. But it was beautiful. We did not know how to be perfect. We were human, shy, and learning together. That night was not only about being husband and wife, it was about care, trust, and love. By morning, I felt different. I felt loved, safe, and understood. My fears were gone. I looked at him sleeping beside me. I smiled quietly. I knew we would laugh, cry, make mistakes, and learn together. But I also knew we would face everything with patience and care. My first night had been everything I hoped for, not because of passion, but because of love, respect, and trust. Now, whenever I think about that night, I smile. Not because of what happened, but because of how it happened. Every girl should know that their first night is not about fear or pressure. It is about connection, safety, and love. And every man should know that patience, kindness, and honesty are the greatest gifts. That is where true love begins, where hearts meet and trust grows. This is the story of Zara, the shy bride, and her gentle groom, who made the first night a memory of care, laughter, and deep love.